Okay, well, it's not the perfect camping fire, but I'm gonna have to start soon because I only have so much wood. So hopefully it's hot enough. So I got the pan on here. We're gonna add a little olive oil. Okay, just some olive oil. Okay, so I think we're gonna do the rice this way would be the best. Basically 2 to 1, bring to a boil and simmer. Not too hard, it's just getting the measurements right. So this is a little over 2 cups of water, as I know already. So how many ounces in a cup? I don't know. I don't have anything to measure. Guess I could Google it, but okay, so if I fill this halfway, then a full thing of water should make me enough rice. So that's about halfway. And now I wish I could put this in another bowl or something. I might have a bowl somewhere. I have a bowl. Yeah, here we go, a bowl. So let's just set this rice in a bowl, because that's been measured as half of this thing, and then a full one of this thing, which I'll put into here because it'll be too full to stand on there properly, of water. And that's my second water bottle gone. So if I look at this right, it's pretty much 1 full bottle of water. That's good. Let's put that in there. Oh. I'll go. And I think I'll go for a walk to find that water in a bit, so I better save these. It's 2 empty bottles now. Go through it quick when you start cooking. Alright, and we got to get this boiling. No wind, not cold tonight, so should be no problem bringing this to a boil. Just make sure that's balanced. You don't want that to fall over or it's a big mess and you have to start all over. The rechargeable battery died, so I'm kind of euchred on that until I can get that charging up again, which I probably should do. But we couldn't miss the cutting of the vegetables, so I got the other camera going, so don't worry, this show must go on. Okay, we got that going. Look at that, I got one battery says it's charged already. Well, that's cool. And I got the other camera charging. This is all stuff that's like very concerning to you, I'm sure. So what are we going to start with here? I think we're going to start with the onion. And actually, before that even goes, well, I'll cut up the onion and then we'll do the sauces and the seasoning and stuff. So let's cut up some onion. This is just kind of a work in progress. It isn't like a real recipe. It's just what I had in mind. Maybe fairly small pieces because it's going to be mixed in the rice. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit of butter to the olive oil just to give it some nice flavor. Hopefully this pan gets hot enough. And now we need some seasoning. Oriental flavor. I got sesame seed oil that has Chinese writing right on it. So you can't get much more Chinese flavor than that. Just add a little sesame oil. Garlic and herb seasoning. This has the story. Hopefully I don't forget to tell you the story behind this. Great stuff. Let's put some garlic and herb in there. Again, not too much. Some of the Scotch bonnet. Give it some kick. Whoop. Better not get carried away with that stuff. I hope you're watching, Jim. And feel free to add some comments and tell me what I'm doing wrong if you want. Anyway, here's the onions. We're going to stir that up, put some onion in. And now we add some water chestnut, because the water chestnut make it taste like a Chinese. And now some chopped up bok choy. I've got a little more there. I might put some more yet. I don't know. Chopped up nicely. Available in any grocery store. And now we're doing some mushrooms. Throw some mushrooms in there. Now some nice chunks of green pepper. Or sorry, green pepper. Well, it's red pepper. But it's sweet red pepper. And now some chopped up pork. Just like you get stew beef, you can buy it with pork too. And it's actually quite cheap and quite tasty. Gotta watch not to overcook this. And I've still got half a thing left, and it was only like $3. So I'll have to wrap that up in tin foil. I'll have to check it out tomorrow, see if it's any good. This is why I wanted to do stir fry tonight, because I didn't want anything this to go bad. So if that half goes bad, at least I got this. This is nice and fresh now, so we'll put that in the pan. And as you can see, we've got that cooking nicely in the pan now. Got the seasoning in there. It's got the sesame oil. It's got the butter. Now I didn't throw salt and pepper on it. I figure with the garlic and herb seasoning, you really don't need it. It's got onion, salt, and all that anyway. Just have to be very careful though that this pan doesn't. It's kind of rickety what I got it on, so make sure I don't drop it. Lose all my efforts for nothing. Anyway, I want to get this meat cooked, and then we'll add the rice, and then we have a feast fit for a king. Well, let's see how the rice came up in our little Bunsen burner. It was boiling pretty good in there for about 5 to 8 minutes, and I thought, oh, I better stop that. So I just turned it off and just let it sit. And look at that, oh, it looks perfect. Thank you, Uncle Ben. Doing a great job. Oh, let's still see quite a bit of water in there, but that's going to go into the fry pan anyway. As long as it isn't like crunchy, yeah, we'll have a little taste. Yeah, it's still a little firm yet. I'll let that sit until the meat's cooked, and then I'm going to add that in the fry pan. Okay, so now I'm going to add the basmati rice, but I can't really hold the camera and do it, so I'm just showing you now, and then I'll show you after. I'm going to add that and stir it in. Maybe a little more rice than I should have. It was kind of too late by the time I put it in, and I didn't even put it all in, so this would be great. It doesn't matter when you're cooking Chinese style, it doesn't matter how little you try and cook, you always end up with enough to feed like 3 or 4 people. But anyway, it's going to be good. The rice is going to taste great. I like rice anyway, and it's a good basmati rice. It's full of all those veggies. It's full of the seasoning. It's full of the pork bits. So I'm just going to try, and if the rice tastes good, we're ready to eat. So I suppose I should have thought about this ahead, but just got a small ½ liter of red wine would have gone really well with this. But that's okay. I'm going to have either water or orange pop. But it looks pretty good. And I think it's gonna be a lot better than the last stuff I made, which was too salty. I didn't add any salt to this. So let's try it out. Good and hot. Lots of beef in it, or not beef, but pork. Lots of meat in it. And if you're a vegetarian, then just hold the beef, that's all. And just have it without. Put some more veggies in it. Tofu, stuff like that. But this is actually not bad. It actually tastes reasonably Chinese. It's actually excellent. Didn't add any salt. Just that garlic and herb stuff was enough. And the other ingredients I put in, the other seasonings, just a little bit of kick there from the Scotch bonnet. And as I'm eating it, I realized I actually didn't put too much rice in. It looks like I put a lot of rice in, but every bite has like huge chunks of meat and everything else in it. It's got everything. The rice is not overpowering it. It's really good.